Hello there, everybody. My name is Christian Slider, and welcome to That's the Flavor, your weekly podcast where I sit down with my friends and talk about my life. Now, this episode's a little different. It's your podcast feed that hits your podcast feed every Monday, except right now it's currently a Thursday. And also, we don't have any guests. Normally, we go ahead, sit down with my friends, talk about my life, random stories, stuff like that. But today it is just me sitting down here with you, and we're gonna kind of have a little bit of a That's the Flavor retrospective, if you will, for a little bit. So it won't be as long as a normal episode. It's just gonna kind of be me chilling here, talking for you guys, talking about past, present, and future of That's the Flavor, and hopefully we're gonna hang out and have a good time. So first off, I want to thank you guys for your support on the That's the Flavor holiday special, because it was awesome. I don't know. I had so much fun putting that special together, and I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed it. And there's definitely, probably, I would assume, hopefully, maybe, gonna be one next Christmas as well. Hopefully, maybe. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers, everybody, because that's a whole year away. So who knows? And as you can tell, also right now, actually, I guess you can't tell, but if you're an audio listener right now and you're listening on all your favorite podcast feeds, right now I am also in video form on YouTube. If you look up the YouTube channel Christian Slider, it'll also be in the description of this podcast episode. By the way, this is episode number 24, meaning when we come back, folks, episode 25. That's right. That's right. Episode 25. But this is episode 24 of us just hanging out, having a good time. And you can also find it and watch it in video form. So it's going to be kind of exciting. Yeah, go ahead, look it up, watch the video. It's just me right now talking to a screen, talking to a camera, talking to you guys. And if you hear some noise in the background, that's the laptop that's currently rendering another project. But let's go ahead and kind of just chat. So obviously this year in 2020, we started That's the Flavor. And that's kind of a crazy thing. I started a podcast, and not just started a podcast. I started a podcast, did 4 episodes, left it for 5 months, came back to it, started making it again, and now at the end of 2020, we're here. Like let that all sink in. And not only did I just make one, it's doing pretty well. Which that's crazy. Let me just say that is what crazy, and I never thought that would happen. But somehow it happened. So, good job me. I'm proud of me. But no, honestly, this show, it's more than I ever would have hoped that it would become and be. And I can't wait for you all to see and hear all the other things that we have planned going on. But before we can get to the future stuff, let's talk about the past. I mean, we did 23. Wait, is this episode 23? It is episode 23. Unless I make the holiday special technically episode 23, but that feels wrong because it's a special. I don't know, audience. Let me know what you think about that down below. Do we call the holiday special episode 23, or do we call this current episode 23? Let me know. Because I'm probably going to name this 23 just for the sake of it. So meaning we'll get to episode 25 when we get back here. Don't worry about it. But all that matters is it's coming, of course. Now, so this is actually episode 23. So welcome to episode 23 of That's the Flavor there, audience. But also, this is going to be really jumpy. I'm just saying. I'm solo because I thought it'd be a cool idea, and it's going to be a little bit of a jumpy one. So just kind of strap in. But I'm going without my glasses on terms of this video aspect, because it helps eliminate the glare that you guys see. So if it look different from the holiday special, that's why. That's just a fun video note there. But we did 23 now, plus a holiday special episodes of That's the Flavor, all with guests and friends from my life coming on talking. And I don't know, in terms of people I know that want to be on the show, barely scratched the surface, which is crazy. And there's a ton more people that I know I want to have on the show and come on and talk about things that either we haven't talked about or different perspectives of things we have talked about, keep joking about stuff. Like, who would have thought that the 15 ducks versus the Shaquille O'Neal sized loaf of bread would, I don't know, become kind of like the staple for the show in a way and come up as much as it does? I mean, mind you, I guess I could have guessed that because I am the host of That's the Flavor, but shh, don't tell the producers. All right, don't tell them that. So yeah, 25 episodes, 17 guests, roughly, estimating 15 to 17, somewhere in there. Guests of people that have been on the show, lots of them returning, some of them not returning, but they will be. Like, I already have the stuff planned. They will be returning, or they're going to be in future projects that I'm working on. And yeah, just kind of hanging out, having a good time. So like, that happened. Those were produced. They were made. You guys listened to them. Um, yeah, like that happened. And that's kind of the main bulk of what happened. I mean, you could argue that, oh, I made a Twitter account for That's the Flavor. Go follow it at That's the Flavor on Twitter. There's technically an Instagram account. I guess I made that too. At That's the Flavor _ on Instagram, because That's the Flavor tag, like handle on Instagram, was taken by some food blog. I mean, come on. That's the Flavor food blog. Come on, really? Really, guys? Can't be stealing that from me. That's unfortunate. Like a food blog? What does food have to do with flavor? That's what I don't understand. If someone can help me understand that, I'd appreciate that. But, you know, what are you going to do? We also made a YouTube channel, which is currently called Christian Slider, but I may end up changing it to That's the Flavor. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? We're here hanging out, having a good time. Yeah, a lot of That's the Flavor stuff has happened, and this year was really laying the groundwork for all of that. And so I think 2021 is gonna be a fun year. And yeah, on that note, we're talking. We can talk present, I guess, really quickly. Technically, present. That's the Flavor still going on. I'm still here. I got a lot of stuff for it, and I'm just hanging out, having a good time with you guys. If we're talking presently in terms of me, I'm a little worried on what's going to happen. That's the Flavor wise here in 2021, because it is also starting my final semester of college, which means we'll have more stories. Also, I took a drink of some Tivana craft iced tea, not sponsored, by the way, because I needed something to drink for this show. And pineapple berry blue herbal tea. It's not bad. It's not bad. Mind you, fun story about the tea, right? It was $7 at a Target. Mind you, it's good tea. It is not worth $7. Don't make the mistake I did, because I read it and I thought it was on sale, and I got to the checkout area and I was like, sweet, let's go. And then I scanned it and it was $7 and not the amount that I thought it was, but it was too late. I was already buying it and I didn't use the self checkout. So like I didn't want to tell the lady I wanted to put it back because it was the only item I was buying. Long story short, I ended up with a $7 6-pack of cans of tea. And now we're here. So yeah, that happened, and that's what I'm currently drinking right now on the show. And mind you, again, it's like non-alcoholic. I'm not drinking. Also, it's New Year's Eve. If we're talking presently, right now, this is New Year's Eve. The video version for this might come out on New Year's Day. Sorry, guys. Rendering videos sucks. Like the That's the Flavor holiday special took 10 hours overnight to render, so I apologize if this comes out on New Year's Day. But that happened. That's the present. That's kind of where we are right now. Looking forward into the future here a little bit. That's the Flavor still going to be going strong here in 2021. I got a lot of plans for it in terms of a show. A lot of plans in terms of a brand, if that makes sense. I know I talked about of Aussie on the show, and it's like kind of as a group a thing. I have more shows I want to do. Basically, I'm working on, there are 2 podcast ideas that are currently in my head. One is really close to like actual production, if that makes sense. We're kind of just hammering out some more details in terms of a name and then like official art. But like we know what we want to talk about, we know who's going to be on it, and it's someone that you've already met before on the show, so you guys can go ahead and speculate there. So that's happening. And there's one that's more conceptual that like it's something I want to do, but it's talking to the people and actually getting it into a show, if that makes enough sense. And of course that doesn't have a name or anything either. So kind of just stay tuned for those. That I'm hoping early 2021 for both of them. Maybe, who knows? On top of that, we have the That's the Flavor YouTube channel now, or the Christian Slider YouTube channel. And first off, my main priority of that is going to be uploading the back catalog of podcast episodes to the channel. Now, mind you, they're still going to be audio only. I'll probably put the That's the Flavor artwork like on them to make them a video, actually, so not just a black screen. But just so that way they're there, they're archived, they exist, so they're somewhere other than just Anchor. And I guess all the other various services, but you guys know what I mean. I just want to get them on there. So that's probably what you'll see happen here over the next few days as we get into the new year, is like those episodes popping up and popping into a playlist for them to all be there. That way they're there and they exist. The other thing coming in 2021 that I want to work on is just doing more skits and fun stuff like that on the YouTube channel. Maybe more short form content, enough for you guys to just sit down, hang out, enjoy. I got a lot of fun ideas there that I'm really excited for you guys to kind of laugh at, hopefully. Hopefully that's the plan. So that's there, that exists. What else is there? I feel like I'm forgetting a big one. Oh yeah, that's right. Hopefully in 2021 we will have merch. I talk about it a lot in the episodes, and I hint at it, and it's there, it exists. It's being worked on, and mind you, it is. I promise, it is. It exists. Conceptually, at least, it conceptually exists. But it's actually kind of getting it done in a way that makes quality merchandise, and it makes decent merchandise. So there's that, t-shirts, stickers. Those are the big two that I want to get out, and then from there, hoodies, long sleeves, socks, a hat, maybe a baseball tee, maybe a mug, who knows, but I do want to create things that'll put That's the Flavor out there into the mythos, into the area, like a That's the Flavor jean jacket would be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. So like that's also going to happen and be existing. There's a lot of things that I'm just kind of working on that I hope land, and I can't wait for you guys to see. Most importantly, and kind of looking to the future, also talking the present and also talking the past, because there's not too much to honestly talk about that I want to like talk about in detail. But I know I said at the end of every episode, right? But I just want to say thank you guys for an amazing 2020. Obviously, we all know the 2020 has been one hell of a year in terms of just terrible thing after terrible thing, just hammering everybody, trying to break us morally, and break us emotionally. And somehow my podcast is still here. Somehow, I don't know. You guys supported it. You listened to it. You use it on your way to work, or when you're walking from class to class. I guess not anymore, technically, because we're all inside. But just whenever you're in your daily life, you tune it on and you listen. And hopefully, I can give you a laugh. And I think that hopefully I am, and I'm doing something right with the show. And just thank you for supporting That's the Flavor, is what I'm getting at. Because without you, in a year that's been filled with such, excuse me, Mr. Carr, outside my house. That was very loud and rude. In a year that's been filled with such, I don't know, crappy stuff, being able to do this for you guys has been such a highlight. And being able to create and do this has just been such a highlight and a joy. I literally just repeated the same thing. God, Christian, you are stumbling. But I hope that you guys have enjoyed listening to it as much as I've enjoyed making it. Without you guys, the listeners, That's the Flavor wouldn't be anything. It would be a catchphrase that I said back in high school, and that would be the end of it, But because of you guys, it has not only become it not only is a catchphrase that I used in high school, it's a little bit more than that now. And so yeah, 2021 is going to be a good year for That's the Flavor, and it's going to be a good year for all of you flavorites. You guys are all going to stay flavorful, hang out, have a good time, and yeah. I will say, in the first couple weeks of 2021, expect there to be, not That's the Flavor. It won't be there. I think probably the first 2 weeks of 2021, I'm going to be taking off for That's the Flavor. Just kind of hanging out, recuperating, doing my thing. Mainly getting some last minute stuff done for like some college audition stuff here in the early winter in January, and kind of get that done. But in between there, when there's not a new episode, I really want to do a best of like 2020 episode of That's the Flavor, kind of like taking some of the best highlights from those episodes and like putting them into one kind of like highlight episode and like one highlight reel. So I think like that might be a lot of fun. So you can maybe expect that if I can get it done in time. Please let me get it done in time. All right, cool. So yeah, but other than that, there won't be kind of a new That's the Flavor episode until like mid 2021 of January, like mid January 2021, not mid 2021. I'm not waiting until June to bring the show back. Don't take that. Don't listen to it. That's not what I said. I'm rebranding. I'm restamping that. But I'm rambling. I really just want to come on here and talk to you guys about how thankful I am, how crazy it is that That's the Flavor still here. Before I repeat myself anymore, again, I just want to say thank you. If you were a guest, if you're a listener, if you're my mom, thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for making it what it is. Thank you for 2020. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in 2021 with myself. And yeah, until next time, guys, I've been Christian Slider. This has been, I think, the shortest That's the Flavor episode yet, unless you count the trailer, but it's not really an episode. So, yes, the shortest That's the Flavor episode yet. I've been Christian Slider. We don't have any guests. Go ahead and follow at That's the Flavor on Twitter to stay up to date. Go check out the YouTube channel. youtube.com Christian Slider. And yeah, until next time, I've been Christian Slider. This has been That's the Flavor. Thank you for an awesome 2020. And until next time, stay flavorful.